lips a little bit dry. Damn. But I just thought I would bring this up because I want to document this whole thing. And yes, I'm wearing yellow. It's hot outside, but I don't care. Like, I just have to address that. And today is my port day. Not sure what to expect. So, I pretty much have laid out like the steps of what happens when you go through this situation as far as like documentation, which I'll go over that in another video. But today is port day. I'm a bit nervous, and this starts the beginning of a different journey for me. And I'll see you guys after I am done. Hey everybody, this is day 2 check-in after my port procedure. Well, I think I was only gone maybe for an hour and something. I forgot what time frame of how long it took, although I know they give you like drugs. I didn't feel anything, probably like a pinch, and then I was completely numb. And as you can see, I have a cut right here. They made an incision here and an incision there. Now, this is not completely what they gave to me. I actually bought it at the store because it has like the like the glue, the skin glue. But I took a shower today. I took a bath, and I just made a conscious choice to just buy the bandage, the transparent bandage to put on there. I probably could have put gauze in this, but I wanted to still, be where it is. Gotta be careful if you do put this on. It can peel away the the skin glue. So you can buy that at Walmart or Walgreens, CVS, your local drugstore, where they sell those type of things. And let me show y'all what I'm talking about, because if you're going through this, you want to make sure you have this so that you can bathe, shower, whatever it is that you like to do. So that's what I got. It's not made out of rubber or latex, so if you have to worry about that, you don't have to worry about that. It's about 8 dressings that come in the box. I used a total of 3.5 because I cut one of them in half in case, this comes off. I need to do it again. I can put it in there. This is a little bit dry, so I need to drink some water. But I was very sore when I came out. So make sure you got your drugs on deck. Make sure you eat. Make sure you can have somebody help you, so you're not doing it by yourself. You definitely want to have somebody in the waiting room with you or waiting for you. So when you are done, you can have help. I had a relative go with me, and I'll have like little picture inserts of, you can see what I look like before, or not before surgery, but during surgery, of what I was doing, all of that. So I got that done. And so we took pictures of the pamphlet. They give you like a card. You get like your discharge papers. And I just want to kind of go over that. Like, here go my discharge papers. It's kind of upside down. So my discharge papers. And so let me tell you, you know, when you're putting in your port, because nobody told me I was getting cut in the neck. I was only under the impression I was getting cut in the chest. So, you know, you have some things you need to look out for. You have to follow the instructions they give you for your recovery for this, because technically it takes about we'll say roughly 2 weeks to really heal, because you did get cut. But if you have any issues, where one, if you feel dizzy, if you feel anxious, you have trouble breathing, if you feel tightness or pain in the chest, you need to call 911. That's important. If you have any health concerns, you want to follow up with your doctor and, you know, take your medicine as prescribed. For me, like I'm on, we didn't really cover this, but since we're talking about this, because when you go to port, put your port in, they actually have you meet with a cardiologist. And the cardiologist, oncologist, cardiologist, that's somebody who will be with you throughout this whole situation too as well, because they have to monitor your heart because of the chemo. So I am on Crevidol, and I'll show y'all. I'm on Crevidol. Yes, I covered up my government name because y'all need to know my damn name, nosy asses. I do have a sense of humor, even though I'm diagnosed with cancer. That's normally my personality, so excuse that I had to crack a joke with all the serious stuff going on. The serious talk of cancer every day is not something I'm inclined to want to talk about every single day, because I have to live it. So I need something to take my brain off of that. Anywho, I do have Crevidol that I have to take. You know, pay attention to what they say on your dosage. Like mine says take 1 tablet by mouth daily. The pharmacist, though, wrote take 1 tablet daily by mouth twice with meals. Nowhere in here does it say that. So the first day I think I saw it, I took because I think at one point I was supposed to take 2, but I'm taking 1. And technically I only need to take 1, not 2. I'm prescribed with this medicine until 8/16/2022, or at least until they tell me I can be off of it. But back to the whole cardiologist thing. You'll be at your cardiologist for a year or more. Well, you'll be with them for a while, because they still have to monitor your heart while you're going through all of this. Things can change. You can have a heart attack. You can this is so different, and you hear all this stuff is being overwhelmed and everything like that. You know, it's crazy. You can take aspirin or ibuprofen. I have my Tylenol gel caps, and I got like 150 of them. I would say take it before the pain stops or before it wears off. You know, I don't take any over the counter. Like, that's the only thing I take over the counter. So they give you like a breakdown, and they give you like a little picture. So let me show y'all what that looks like. So they give you like the little breakdown of how it's supposed to look in your chest, where is it going, because really the breakdown that I got from the nurse when he broke it down and he was giving me my education before I was really, or before we even started the procedure, was that they put this in, it sits above, like, so say for instance, depending on where your tumor is, you have to they have to position where this port is going to go. My tumor is on the left hand side, so it's in my left breast, so they have to put the port on the right, and vice versa. So that's where it would go if you had to have that done. With the port, if you're not familiar, I'll give you the breakdown. With the port, it allows them to draw blood from you. It allows them to give you medicine without giving you the like pain in the ass, poking the arm. And being that I have veins that like to roll and they're small, you know, I'm a bit of a problem. Like, nurses hate me. So like, phlebotomist loves me, but you know, I would rather deal with the phlebotomist than deal with the nurse, because they don't deal with this on a regular basis. And when you have like to the point where they have to use like an ultrasound machine now to know exactly where my vein is, because my vein will hide on them. And then by the time I'm done, I'm like the human whoopee cushion, looking like I'm on drugs or some shit. And I don't even like needles like that. I mean, I got tattoos, but you don't want to have all these marks and bruises and all this stuff from somebody trying to draw your blood, or putting in an IV and they don't know what they're doing, or they are not comfortable handling you, even though that's their medical profession. People with small veins matter. We really have problems. You know, that's what we go through. Yeah, and if you can see my skin texture, it was dry. Like, my skin texture is starting to change. I've broken out around the face. And I don't know if I could say it's a cancer or hormones or what. I haven't even gotten any treatments yet, but my face was clear probably about 2 weeks ago with no issues. I've just been breaking out. So it could be from me wearing the mask, because, you know, gotta wear, still COVID. Either way. Now, back to this. Let me not get on a tangent. So you get the information on your IV. You're in there. They're giving you local anesthetic, and they give you like a health guide. They're going to tell you exactly what it comes in. Your surgeon who's working on you is going to come in. He's going to tell you what he's going to do. Mine was Dr. Parks. Dr. Parks is very cool. He came in his getup, and it was like he had a whole chest on, a whole kilt, a kilt skirt for radiation. He has to wear a skirt. I think anybody that works in the office works because it's in the radiology department. So when you get this done, you will just see people dressed up, and they got on like armor or whatever, body armor to protect them from the radiation, because I'm in there. They use that radiation to see where they need to put the port. So I'm in there. So you have slight exposed radiation to that. They give you incision. They use an x-ray to make sure the port is placed properly. So you have like this box over your head and chest. There was like 4 people in the 2 nurses, and I guess they were all nurses. I'm not sure if they were all nurses and another doctor, helper, anesthesiologist, whatever. They're all in the in that room with you while you're getting this surgery done. And you're on the bed. Your gown is halfway open. It's not tied up because they will clean the area to make sure that you are clean and ready to go so that they can cut you. And then like half of your body is dressed up with the dressing so that they can clean you. They give you instructions how to recover. So they say take it easy 24 hours after the procedure. Avoid doing physical activity. No lifting, no heavy running until your provider says it's okay, which that's very important. They want you to keep the port area clean. You can ask when to shower again. You got to keep the port area dry. So that's where these come in. So if you have to take a shower, you don't get this wet. I don't get mine wet. You can still see the glue underneath mine, but I don't get it wet. I just wash around the area, take the towel and go around the area, because literally I don't want this opening up. I just had this done yesterday. So with me just having that done yesterday, you don't need the skin glue to come up because the incision is not healed. You don't want to stretch the skin. You don't want to have, like, literally for 24 hours, I'm not doing anything. I just been chilling. I had to sleep, and I'm a side sleeper. So to sleep with this, I can feel, even though it's in the pocket, I can feel it moving around. I can, and if you can see, it's like right here. So you can see it. So if they had to stick me in the chest, they would just take the needle and stick me in the chest. The little tubing, though, it's there, so it kind of like falls to the side. So like whenever they stick me, then it will go to my bloodstream, to my heart, all that stuff. So they're asking you, let me get back to that. They're asking you the whole shower part. You just want to make sure that you keep that area well protected, clean. They say keep the port from getting blood clots, and they'll flush it as directed. Like, you get help doing these things. You don't go swimming, don't do any of that stuff. Like, keep it simple. Take a shower, cover your areas, get out. You want to make sure that you don't get any bleeding, no infections, no blood, no damage to the blood vessel, no nerve injury or irritation, no collapsed lung or chest plus port replacements or skin breakdown over the port. So like, you literally have to be careful. Like, you're stuck with this port until they remove it and your chemo is over. Because that's how you're going to get it. You're going to get your medicine instead of them sticking it in your veins. Because it can either damage the skin around the veins or collapse the veins. So, if you can avoid getting any of that, you would want to do it. That's why you don't have an arm port, because these things can happen. Let's see what else. They tell you to seek medical care if you're running a fever over 100.4 or higher, or if someone can't access the port properly, or you can't flush it, and the port, the skin near the port is broken. You got shoulder pain where it's located. Like, all these things they give you like a whole list of things that you need to go through if you need medical assistance or complications at this point. You need to seek medical help. So I guess what we can say, it's technically like sedation. Um, that's what it is. They give you like Twilight, or sometimes Twilight is supposed to put you to sleep. In this case, I wasn't put to sleep. I was still awake during the whole procedure. And I was just like, well, I didn't want to see all this. Like, I just showed up and my only job was to get this done. I didn't want to like really pay attention to what you were doing, because the less I see, the better I feel about it, because I already have anxiety. You know, it's just little things here and there. So that's all I can say. They'll give you sedation while you are there. Now, little parting gifts, because you and your port is going to be best friends until they take it out. For me, I got this, which is called Smart Port, and this is pretty much the manufacturer who makes my port. And they give you a discharge packet, and in the discharge packet, so it's just like ding ding ding, you won a prize. Not really. Because you're gonna be stuck with this port until your chemo is over. So really, is it a prize? Not really. Not one you want. So what they give you is a Smart Port card with all this information on there, so that and they give you like your doctor's information on there in case you go to the emergency room and something happens and they need to get in contact with your doctor that put in the chest port. And so, like, again, this is what it looked like. I will show y'all the whole card, but like I said, got my government details on here. You get the little key fob thing to put on your key fob or your keys. You get that, you put that on, then you get a little bracelet to wear. So I'm not sure what this really means. So I would have to read like the pamphlet, because I haven't opened any of the stuff. Like, this is only day 2. But you can wear this on. So if something happens to you, just know that the hospital will use your port if there's a port nurse available, and there are special nurses for that. If there's not a port nurse available, then they're going to stick you in the arm. Paramedics cannot use ports because they are not they are not able to access apps. They have access to do the port. So if you have to go to the emergency room or anything like that, you want to make sure that there's a chest port. Oh, look, let me see. I can show you what the travel card looks like. So this is a travel card. That's what I showed y'all before, my little card. And that's the card I put in my wallet and then on my keychain, so that if something happens to me, they know what to do. And if they have to contact my doctor, they can. So pretty much what it is, okay, so what that means is CECT scan means it's contrast enhanced computing tomographic. So let's go through here real quick. Okay. So what it does is, it says, what is a CECT? Is a contrast enhanced computer tomographic scan, and are non-invasive procedures that provide an accurate diagnostic information to help their medical team diagnose your status of your condition and aid your disease diagnosis. You have heard of these tests as referred to as CAT scans or power injected studies. These scans are more sensitive than conventional x-rays. So the radiologist can distinguish the small difference between soft tissue that may not be detected with the x-ray. So that is what CECT means. And so you get the identification, which is the card, and the bracelet. They have contradictions or contraindications. You know, because so many things can happen. You got question and answers. So they give you like all the things you could possibly think of. They give you like new standard care, what you need to do, how you need to do it. Like I said, this is only my second day. I haven't opened it. I'm just really trying to get used to this being in my chest, for the simple fact that I was completely sore. I'm still sore. Like when I leaned forward, I could feel it, and there was like slight bit of pressure, so it's very uncomfortable. Plus with the slit to the clavicle, or like right above my neck, it really hurts. So that tends to not be okay. They do give you an app. So if you get this, download it. I haven't downloaded mine. I'll probably do it sometime today, or when I feel a little bit less sore and I can sit up and do that, I will. But this is day 2 of this. And that's like the port portion of it. That's what I got for you, what to expect. Because it's really not explained to you. They just tell you you're getting it. They really, they'll tell you they're cutting your chest. They didn't tell me they was cutting my neck, or cutting my clavicle, or above my clavicle. I wish I would have known that, because I would have been a little bit more prepared. I was already anxious. Ask as many questions as you need to ask, because it's important. This is your body. Nobody advocates for your body better than you. And the more questions you ask, the better you feel about what's happening. So that's pretty much all I got. Like I said, I'm pretty stiff still, because I'm sore as hell. It's a cut. Cuts take long to heal, especially this type of cut, that incision. But that's it. I mean, that's pretty much all I got for the day. But, till later, we'll talk again. I'll probably do another video. And this is just pretty much of my overall feelings about this whole situation. And I can get into that. So we'll talk about that. Because we have to deal with family members, significant others, children, siblings, just a family in general, and friends that you have to break that information out to. So I will be back, and see y'all later.
Nothing feels better than